Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Crypto Market Inspection, 11th of February 2025. So, we're gonna start with BTC. I've, sorry, music, almost choked, but let's continue. Uh, Starting here on the 4 hour, actually, or we can check the daily real quick. This little price action we had in the weekend, as is, well, has been holding, right? Price has been holding, and haven't had a single daily closure below 96.4. So that's kind of the level you want to hold. Any wicks into there, it's fine, but you want to see it close above for continuation to the upside. Um, this may look like a pattern called bullish checkmate. You can search it up yourself on Google, but it's giving a little vibes with that. But in my honest opinion, um, I literally just look at the stocks here, and then like may make it fit in with what we have gotten on the H4. But as you see, we have the daily stocks oscillating at the lows. Okay, so that's great, and we're seeing some reaction of that, right? Yesterday we got a bullish engulfing candle. We even closed above the last daily week, and yeah, it's looking good at the moment as I'm speaking. So yeah, have in mind that the daily are at the lows, so fading this a little sketchy at the moment. I due to our target of taking out monthly liquidity. So let's zoom more in. Let's take a quick look. Well, we don't really have to check the 12. Where is it? 225 EMA. We're resting on it. So bouncing from here. Okay, yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty reasonable, I believe. We are coming into the bearish bands though, so facing some resistance here, maybe a pullback. It would make sense. And why would that make sense? Well, inside of this local range we are range bound, right? This is the chop fest of the century. Like, look at this shit, right? It's choppy as fuck. Now, um, I do like this range here. Okay, reason for that, um, price was holding these levels pretty good, right? Especially here, we made equal lows. And then yesterday, or actually, yeah, um, 2 days ago now probably, we did actually sweep this liquidity below here, okay, and we reclaimed back above the range, and then we also got this closure, right? Like this, okay. We closed above here, uh, with a couple H4 candles, and we actually, I was expecting a bigger pullback and then go up, but we went up right away. However, if we do something like this, I do believe we could still be able to hold this as we have held this pretty good, right? So I wouldn't really be scared of any pullbacks here um, until I see this level lost. Okay, if this level loses, we're gonna go for this liquidity below here, which I'll get to in a minute too. But range wise, this is pretty okay. Okay, why is that? Well, simple. It's liquidity, right? We swept liquidity here, reclaimed back above the range, and now we're trading higher. Okay. Now where's the next drawn liquidity? Well, it's above here. Okay. Let's go to H1. Actually, let's use the Spaceman BTC real quick so we see our levels. So that's too much. I have two of them. So where's the monthly open? Well, the monthly open is at our range high. Okay, so that's a pretty good confluence that we see some reaction from here. I would draw this entire block as the supply. So this is the biggest supply that um, we're gonna meet, right? If we do actually sweep above here, this is the level where you wanna have some alerts set. Be interested in keeping an eye on the charts, because if you do see price do this, and then it starts looking weak, right? Might start dollar cost averaging in with your stops above here. Now, I wouldn't go full size right away, right? Maybe 1/3 up here. if price do reclaim back inside this range, might add more. Just taking my stops above here, and then play this for lower. Due to that, if you look at the high time frame, right, we are in a high time frame range, okay, and we have been struggling up here, so why not play it back at the lows again, right? If you are range bound, you are range bound. It's as simple as that. So that's kind of my thoughts. But of course, we don't know if we get it. Maybe we do move lower from here. Or maybe we do get it. Um, yeah, one more. Yeah, that's kind of just what I'm looking for at the moment. Jesus, guys, I'm having a lot of voice cracks here. Uh, yeah, and then one more thing also that I like is that price did tap perfectly into our OTE right here. Sorry, OTE, our nice fib levels, so, and they reacted as they should. So that's great to see. But yeah, thinking we do play this range. I do have another chart that I'm interested in. So this is another chart, right? I think I showed it in yesterday's video. I want to see a H4 close above this. Why? Because this is your H1 supply. This little order block right here fits with the MPOC. We did reject it once, but now it looks like we actually closed above it. So if we do find acceptance above it, I think we're going to go for this high. And if we go for this high, we might as well go for the local high. So that's kind of my thoughts here. But however, in this range, right? Why this range? Well, if you go on if we stay on the H1 here, uh, this is a pretty clean range, right? This is the low, and then we went straight up, and then we made a high, right? And that's kind of what you want to see when you make a range. So I do believe this range is valid too. Then this is your Monday low, and often, right, this is your Monday high, and we have swept the Monday high here. So if we do play the Monday range, then we're gonna sweep the Monday low, and at the Monday low we have this local low. And what I like about this local low is that right below it you have this H1 order block, right? So that means okay, there might be liquidity below here. So what would I look for in a trigger here? I will look for price to sweep into this order block, right? Reverse, find acceptance above the local low, and then we could trade it higher because this would be the deviation. And what I especially would keep an eye on here is people aggressively shorting, right? Look at the volume delta, look at the delta. Are people aggressively shorting into this demand zone? And are they getting absorbed? Do we see big players stepping into the market? And most importantly, wait for confirmation, right? Wait for the acceptance. Wait for price to go back above the local low before trading it higher, right? Because every time you do place a limit on here, it's just a gamble, right? It's better to always wait and market execute, um, because then you're actually following your system, right? Because like you're not controlling a limit order. Yes, a limit order might be good here. I mean, you could place a limit on top of the H1, put your stops below here. That's a pretty alright wide stop. If you do target local high, you're looking at 3R, and the supply 3.4R. But if you do wait for the sweep, let's say you get a clean sweep and you get back above, let's say you get this trigger, right? Let's put your stops here. You can put your stop below the H1 order block. I would probably do this bit safer, but if you do place it below here, you're looking at a 6R here, like 5R. Like the risk reward is better there. Okay. Um, yeah, we're currently at 98.2. Let's go over Ethereum here. Um, I did actually. I'm gonna show you guys. So I did long this yesterday. Hope this chart is not too messy for you. But why did I long this? Let me remove this. Process 2709. Okay, great. We're moving great. Let me use the object tree. I don't really use this a lot, but I might start using it more in these videos. Let me just remove a bunch of shit that's irrelevant here. Okay, I think that's good. So why did I take this? Well, look at the range, okay? Range, this is the high time frame range. Range low, range high, mid level, somewhat not really respected that well here, but a little bit, right? So this is our next resistance level if we do get there, okay? And I do believe we see a little relief pump soon. In Confluence, that BTC goes for its supply, as we were talking about, like sweep the monthly open. All right, so I'm trading those in type of Confluence with each other. Okay, now if you do look at the daily stock also here, Ethereum is looking fantastic. Okay, I did draw. This is the quarter mid range of the mid range, so it's the mid between the mid range of the high time frame range and the range low. All right, and where is that placed, right? Um, well, exactly here. And as you see, it's kind of the half of the daily week on the nuke, and we kind of filled it halfway already, which is great. But we do have the daily stocks at the lows. Okay, so that's one great confluence. Now I did draw this line here, as this was our market structure break again, like on the nuke. So this is going to be some sort of resistance, as it already has been. We tapped into it, then we traded lower. Okay. Let's move a little down. Let's go on the H4. Also, one more thing on the daily. You zoom in here. You see how we didn't have one single daily closure below this dotted line. This dotted line is quarterly mid-range. We didn't have one single closure below it on the daily. That means the bulls want to see the what level is this? The 25 600 level hold. Okay, we did wick below it, right? Even on this one barely. 4 times, 3 times, right? And price rejected each time. So okay, that tells me that maybe we do want to see a bounce here. We have the stocks at the lows. Okay, that's great. Now let's go on the H4. So as you see, I have written H4 on this block here. So this is a really clean order block. It's like a textbook order block. Okay. So I kind of right now I'm using this as my local high. This is my local price swept this. Okay, and we swept this, and then we tried to higher, and then we swept this low again into the order block, but we still reversed. Okay, so that's great. And now it looks like structure is kind of shifting to the upside, right? Because we took out this high. We also had body close above it. So confidence with BTC goes higher. I want to see this liquidity get taken and into this level here, this entire level. So that's the main reason I did long this. I do have an alert just set here because I'm just want to monitor my position. Okay, so let me open my position here again. I think these are the only ones I closed. Yeah. Also, prices above the weekly open, above the daily open. So that's also a good confluence. But yeah, I did long this. What I do like, I did long this. Also, like yesterday's daily closure, I got my entry below it, which is okay. We don't have any bottom wick here yet, barely. If you zoom a lot in, but like here, I don't like that a lot. But still, looking at the H4, it's still looking good here. In 1 minute, we get the H4 closure. But yeah, you have this H4 order block here, and you have the MPOC here. So any pullback into this level, range-wise, if this is our local low, and we have held the H4 order block, all right, I do kind of want to see this level hold. Looks like an inverse head and shoulder almost, and then look for the liquidity above here, which if you look at the heat maps, there are liquidity there. So yeah, we are currently up, yeah, almost half a R, almost half a 1 hour. So yeah, that's the only thing I'm in right now. As said earlier, I'm looking for a flip of this H1 supply here now, and then I'm interested in maybe shorting something up here. But we'll take that when we get there. All right. Careful on leverage. I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.